What's up with the y'all? This your main man Chingy, straight out of St. Louis, representing. You know how it's going down. And right now you're watching FaceTime with Todd Wharton. Oh yeah, it's going down in a major way, man. So keep checking it out. All right, your boy Chingaling. Yeah.
From Times Square in New York City, it's FaceTime with Todd Wharton. With special musical guest, Chingy. And now, here is your host, Todd Wharton.
So welcome to the Thanksgiving edition of FaceTime with Todd Wharton. I'm your man, your host, Todd Wharton. That's right, it's turkey time, and we have an incredible show. Now, speaking of the holidays, we have a tip for you. That's right, let's get to the Thanksgiving edition of the News Exclusive Report. So just recently was The View's co-host Whoopi Goldberg's birthday, and she was doing a segment along with Sarah Haynes of some of their favorite things. Now during this segment, Whoopi kind of did a little bit of a Freudian slip. Take a look.
I always wanted my face on cheese.
Yeah, I like to be eaten from time to time.
Whoopsie. Well, listen, it is Thanksgiving, and there is a message here. The next time you guys decide to go down and grab a bite to eat, take a little time and enjoy the view. Happy holidays, guys. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Grammy-nominated platinum recording artist, my man Chingy's going to be in the house. And then later on, Chingy's going to be back performing his new hit song, What We On, right here on FaceTime with Todd Wharton. So guys, stick around and we'll be right back after these messages. Hi everyone, my name's Todd Wharton. I'm a talk show host, actor, and comedian. But there's nothing funny about breast cancer. This holiday season, I partner up with the United Breast Cancer Foundation, an organization that provides support and hope to breast cancer patients nationwide. Please join me in supporting this amazing organization because giving back is giving hope. Happy holidays, everyone. So welcome back to the show, everyone. So my guest tonight, he's a hip-hop artist, platinum recording artist, Grammy nominee, and you recently just saw him performing with Nelly and the St. Lunatics in the 2024 50th anniversary of the American Music Awards. I'm excited to have this guy on the show to celebrate the holidays with me because it is Thanksgiving, and I couldn't think of a better way to kick off this weekend with my man who's about to come on the show. Guys, please welcome my man, Chingy. Chingy, how you doing, brother?
What's up, Todd, man? I'm doing great. Got my workout in earlier today. Went into the studio, my little home studio, laid some music down that I've been contemplating on, and I'm here with you right now. Life is, well, we are life, and so life is great.
Right? Life is blessed, right? Two good-looking guys talking right now. Leaving the ladies on the side because we got
we'll get back to the ladies after this.
Exactly. See, that's why I like this guy, man. We go to get there. Fortunately, I wish we can open the screen up. Be like, oh man, you guys are in the same room. Are you going on a double date? Yeah. I love it, man. I love it.
I love it.
Music. Let's jump right into it, and we'll talk about the other stuff also.
Yeah.
We'll build up to that. What We On? I listened to that song a number of times. Tell me about the inspiration behind the words on this song, man. Tell me.
You know what? Well, What We On, the inspiration behind that, a lot of fans and a lot of listeners, they wanted me to make some edgy kind of street stuff and get in that pocket. And so my associate of mine, who's the producer of that track, Crazy J, had sent me that track. I had that track for a while, but I was contemplating on what I want to do to it. And see, with me, sometimes I'm real big on catchy hooks.
Yeah.
I'm real big on things being catchy. And so if it's not catching me, even when I'm formulating and trying to come up with something, I don't jot it down. I don't, lay it down in the studio. And then this one day, that hook and those flows of those verses just came to me, and I knew that was it. Mm-hmm. And my little cousin Jay Music, who's actually doing the backgrounds, you know what we on, and he's in the video. That's my little cousin. Yeah, I watched Be Born, and he loved me as an artist, And I got him on that, and I got some other music with him. But it was just, and just to put him in front of the camera as well, and do something with him. And it was kind of it seemed like a simple process coming up with it, but like I said, it took a little time because I didn't just put anything down onto the track, but mainly I did that for the fans who wanted some edgier street music, some hard, what I'm saying, some hardcore type of vibe. But me, I still got to keep it swagged out with the charisma. And so, it just came together like that. Some fans wanted it, and I was like, you know what? Let me get the fans what they want.
Yeah, and I love it. It's got a bumping sound to it, man. I listened to it a few times. It's definitely a club banger. Here's a question. I don't know if anybody ever asked you. St. Lunatics, the South, do you guys all have a certain genre type of sound?
Midwest.
Put out, right?
Midwest.
I'm saying the South. No.
Midwest. You gotta, you know what? Because you
mix it up with the South. That's why I had to say that.
Yeah, but it's got to be like people like Bone Thugs, Eminem, and it's a lot of other artists, Twister. The Midwest, we have our thing too. We have our own thing too. So associating us with the South, that's cool. But when you look at it, East, South, Midwest, West Coast.
Okay.
So we have our own hub, just like they got their own hubs. Okay. And I like the comparison, that's fine. But when you look at the styles, the demeanors, the charisma, the artists, we're different.
Right. That's 100%.
You know what I mean?
I don't even know why I said South. You know what it is? When you live in New York, even if it's California, it seems like everything's South from us.
But I have association with the South coming from DTP. Keep in mind, Ludacris.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
That's where the confusion is because of the Luda, the ATL.
Yeah.
With you and Nelly and the St. Lunatics, they go back to that 100% correct. Thank you for correcting me on that. You have a secluded sound that made you what you guys are today. Now with today's music, did you find it a little hard to sway your sound into what they're looking for today as well? Because you know what I'm saying, how sounds get different in eras.
Mm-hmm.
You're a conflict of, should we move into that direction or should we keep the sound that people know us by? Was there a conflict with that?
Was there a conflict with the sound thing for us today and previous with me? I'll still be me. If you listen to the records I released, that I'll get on a modern type of vibe for us, the tracks and everything go. Yeah. But I'm gonna still be me because if you pay attention to today's music with a lot of the artists, they just blend in and sound. All of them sound alike. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of sounding alike going on. I never was a fan of sounding like anybody because the era I came up in, which is the 80s, 90s, the era I came up in, if you went to somebody trying to rap and want people to hear you and you sounded somebody, they dissed you. They didn't want to hear it. Right. Nobody wanted to hear you sounding like anybody. You had to be distinct. You had to have your own sound. I grew up on that, like literally.
Yeah, me too.
From 8, 9 years old, when I started, 7 years old, when I started to write my music, I always knew not to sound like nobody. That was stuck in my being. And so when I came out, you saw that. And then to this day, you're going to see that. Now, I may get on a moderate vibe at what everybody's on, but I'm going to make it mine. You're going to hear Chingy throughout it all. You're going to say, oh, that's Chingy. Because it's a distinctive sound. And I keep that. I don't use auto-tune. And if I do, it's slightly for the key. But I'm not into trying to sound like everybody with the auto-tune and stuff. You know what I mean? It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue to be outcast and stand out for as my my lyrics and my style go. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it at that. You'll know it's me when I come on.
Listen, that's why I wanted to ask you that because I love hearing new music from artists that I love because I grew up listening to you. We're about on the same age, even though we're 21. I'm going to put it out there. We're 21.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm 19.
But that's right. That's right. So he get the best of both worlds, legal, right? But I love when new music comes out from artists that I love listening to because you can relate. You already know right away who that is, right? Today, a lot of the music today, they all sound the same because of autotune. I'm not saying they're not talented, but they're not themselves separation of this is who I am. You know, you don't get the sounds from you guys to a Ludacris, to a Snoop Dogg, to an Ice Cube, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Around the country, everybody's got their different sound. You can always relate back to that, and they stay within their parameters. And that's why when you guys did the 2024 American Music Awards with Nelly, St. Lunatics, Chingy, and you guys came out, the crowd was lit.
Oh, yeah.
The
Had a
music that was
blast.
coming at them. And you could have thrown a new song at them, even though they wanted to hear
Yeah.
what you're known for.
Well, they wouldn't have let us do no new stuff. They was going the stuff that Nelly pretty much he involved us, and it was pretty much his involvement. He wanted to make it a STL thing, and so which was cool. He didn't want to do the performance by himself, you know, and so that was cool to add us. I mean, we could have, like you said, we could have done new stuff, but of course they want the big hits, want to hear the big hits.
Exactly. But I love how, like you said, there's a mixture of the Midwest and the South. There's a little bit of a similarity, but it also shows the love that hip hop has around the country from each other, that Nelly called you guys up. Out of all the people he could have brought in, he's like, yo, I need to bring the St. Lunatics, my man Chingy, out. And that was a compliment within.
It's hometown. I mean, it's St. Louis. Like, it's a statement. It ain't just about going to get somebody from over here on the West Coast, going to get somebody from over here. Yes. It's about STL. It was an STL takeover. You had Nelly, Murphy Lee, Keywan, Slow Down, City Spud, Jaquan, me.
Yeah.
It was the best way to represent St. Louis, far as the pioneers who came out and really, you know, put that city, held that city up on our shoulders.
Yeah.
And still doing it. You know what I mean?
Well, speaking of that, since you guys put on a hell of a performance, I'm going to throw it out there in the world. Kansas City right now is, again, one of the top teams in the country, in the world, in football.
Right down the street.
Right down the street. My attitude is this. If they hit the Super Bowl, they shouldn't even think about picking who to perform yet. They should wait. Because if that team's in the Super Bowl, I want to see you guys rock the Super Bowl. That'll be
special. That'll be special. You know, I mean, and that, you know, it's of course these things are all political, and it's people behind the decision making, and you know, certain people want to get who they want to get, and you know, who they may be in business with. Who knows? But you know, hopefully something like that can happen. I've never performed on the Super Bowl. I believe Nelly have, but I've never performed on the Super Bowl and did that. That would be very interesting to have an STL takeover on the Super Bowl, you know. So, hey, I'm with you.
Yeah, listen, you guys have energy. And when I'm watching halftime and I'm already like 3 to 5 beers in, I want some energy.
Yeah. Oh, we got super energy.
Bring that. And the crowd.
We got super energy.
And you got to understand, football fans are from like 15 years old all the way up to 80.
Oh, yeah.
But the people that buy tickets,
8 to 80.
That's our generation, right? They'll be like, oh, they're bringing out the... Yeah,
they going to love it. They'll love it. They'll love it. Totally.
Love it. Let me ask you something. The albums that you have come out, the titles, tell me about the titles. It's called Pick 3 Volume 1, Pick 3 Volume 2.
Yep.
Explain the parameters of what Pick 3 means to my fans.
Okay, so Pick 3, what Pick 3 means, actually, it's a playoff. If you go back to my first and second projects, Jackpot, Powerballing, it's always been this lottery thing.
Yeah.
So Pick 3 is an extension of that. I was like, but what I did differently with Pick 3, as it's Pick 3, I said, okay, since it's Pick 3, I'm just going to release 3 songs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do a couple volumes. And what's going to happen is this. And I'm staying with the lottery thing. I'm going to drop, it's going to be a Pick 3 Volume 3 after 2. I probably drop Pick 3 Volume 3 in February, something like that. Then in the March, like April, I'm gonna put the Pick 3's 9 songs. I'm going to add another new 3. And then the album going to be called Mega Millions.
Yeah, I'm a marketing guy, right? So you saw my face because when you get marketing genius, and I'm going to throw that at you, you can do something that nobody's ever done before and make it unique. And that is a genius idea. And here's something that'll pop off. You tour around the country.
Yeah.
You can actually do a lottery off that, and the winner gets a pick with you and hang out with you guys backstage.
Yeah.
That'd be something you could throw around the
Yeah.
country. Like, I'm
Yeah.
living in your area, so on pick 3, we're also going to pick 1 to meet Chingy backstage.
Exactly. That's a great idea, too. I'm gonna end up using that and say, Todd, hit me. Todd said to do this.
Hey, listen, when you come to my town, my attitude is this. Anybody that drops a download and purchases a download of your music, that's a lotto ticket, and that means they already won because they're already getting great music, and it's costing them $1 and a dream. And well,
yes,
not
sir.
$2, you know.
Yeah, well,
For the ticket.
hey, it is what it is.
I love it. I love it, man. Listen, your music. We're gonna go back a little because we always
Let's do it
on the present. I do have to mention this. I saw you perform. It's called Intersection, I believe.
Streets of Intersection.
Street of Intersection. Now, I saw a name on that bill. That's one of my boys. You performed with Keon Harold.
Yeah, I don't think he wasn't there around the same time I was.
You were on the same.
But it was on the same. Yeah. It was on the same festival. Yeah, that was and that was here in St. Louis.
Yep.
And it was special because the mayor gave me the proclamation. I got September 14th is Chingy Day in St. Louis.
Yes, and
which is very special.
Yeah,
very special.
That up because I read about that, and they wanted to honor you for the contributions not only you did for entertainment and hip hop, but consistently giving back to your hometown on where you started.
So
that honor. Tell me about that, man.
So I've had a Chingy for Change Foundation where I help less fortunate kids. I've sent kids to college and all type of stuff, man. So it's not just about contributing through entertainment and music and all that. You just give back. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there that wanted to go to school, wanted to go to college, but didn't have the finances to do it. And I contributed and helped those kids, and they graduated from college. I kept in touch with them, and they graduated from college. And this is, that's a beautiful thing. And so, I'm always been helping. I've helped local artists from here, man. I've always, that's what my heart, I'm here to help. I'm here to help and heal, not hurt. You know what I mean? And so I'm one of those beings that's how I look at existence. I'm one of those kids who came up. I never understood why family fought about bullcrap, why close family and friends fought about bullcrap when we all supposed to be together. I was always, in my heart, closeness. I always thought you're supposed to be a unit, and you're not getting to it with each other. But of course, we know things happen and these little things happen. But I just always looked at that as an issue that needs to be resolved and doesn't need to happen.
Well, I love the line that you actually just said. You should paraphrase that and use it a lot. I'm here to help and heal, not hurt.
I say it a lot. I do say that a lot.
Oh my God, the 3, and you know how they always like 3 F's of life or this F of life.
Yeah.
You can always be like, this is the 3 H's of life.
Yeah.
That is dope. I've never heard any.
Just like hang out, have fun, hook up.
Yeah.
Shout out to Corey Wayne on that. Yeah.
That's going back to the ladies. Ladies, remember that when we done.
No, for the ladies, that's definitely for the ladies. Hang out, have fun, hook up. Don't worry about anything else when you get with a guy. Focus on that, and everything will be all right as it rolls.
And for you players, the 4th step is ladies get to step in. That's the 4th part of that.
When the ladies start tripping, you got to tell them, hey, all right, get to stepping.
Exactly. This ain't going to happen in my house.
Right.
Now, your music, you have a lot of great hits from the Holidae in, One Call Away. They're obviously very special to you. Is there one song that you cannot get enough of to perform every time you hit that stage? Out of all the ones that you do, there's always that one.
So is there one song that always just amps me up every time I perform? So I got to see the way my mind works, though. I got a different mind because a lot of my records I love, a lot of them, and I don't put one over another because to me they all special. But if analytics were to say, right there is always the king.
Yeah.
Right There is always the king. They love my big hit records, but Right There seems to every year trend. It just seems to be the top. And I wrote that song. I wrote the first verse and hook in '96. It came out in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
So you see that gap.
Yeah.
And I've had most of that first album was a lot of older music.
Mm-hmm.
Most of that first album.
Really?
But Right There is the king of the hill. It's totally the king of the hill.
You know what I'm hearing? How you said it was all the music. I think you're one of these artists, and there's not a lot of them that writes so much music that you keep it in a vault until you're ready to put it out. And when you say, "Oh, I wrote this years ago," the great thing about that is I think you have a method to your madness, right?
Yeah, totally.
It's a model about your perfection on being an artist. So you write all this great music and you wait for the right time to pop it out, find the right hook for it. And anything is new when you put it out.
It's still going to be new. Yeah.
You know, you can write it 10 years ago and be like, "Oh, I wrote that." It doesn't matter. You just get
Speaking of,
yeah.
So speaking of the volume 1 of Pick 3,
yeah.
the song Still Getting It.
Okay.
I did that in 2011, 2012.
What?
All of the songs will be really previous, you know what I'm saying? And I have so much music, I'll be like, you know what? I got to put some of this stuff out. Let me put it together. Let me see how I want to put it out. And a lot of the stuff be previous, but that was like 2011, 2012, Still Getting It.
Wow. Listen,
yeah.
I want people to hear that because for some reason, a lot of artists write stuff years ago and they never put it out and they just don't capitalize on it. It's like, it's not old. It's lyrics.
It's not old.
Lyrics are not old. Lyrics can be new. And if you write it correctly, those lyrics can stand for another 4 decades. And if you want, you can always add something in there to make it better.
Yeah. I got songs still from before 2012 and probably even back when I did Right There that I can still put out today. My music is going to always forever be timeless, as you can see. It's been 21 years. And those songs, I tour constantly, and these things just get repopularized all the time. And I'll tell you this, it's some artists who just put songs out 5 years ago, 2 years ago that you don't never hear no more.
That's facts. Yeah.
And so it's about classic, timeless music and distinction of that artistry you have.
Yep.
You'll never hear a Right There, a Holiday Inn, a One Call Away, a Balla, Baby, a Pulling Me Back, a Them Jeans. All of these records, you're never gonna hear those type of vibes because that's me.
Yep, I love it.
No one can be me.
Right.
No one can be Chingy. It's one Chingy. You could try, but there's one Chingy. Just like there's one Jay-Z.
Yeah.
There's one Nelly. There's one Ludacris. There's one. When you see that special light in somebody that comes out in a certain way, you can't. Some things you just can't replicate.
Mm-hmm.
Some things you can't clone.
No.
And I'm in that category of you can't clone it.
No, and listen, every time I hear these songs, I love it. I got to tell you something, man. When I hear great artists and I hear great female artists as well, I'm always like, there could be a collab there because these are really two talented people.
Right.
I've known, and I've interviewed her a couple of times, Lola Brooke here in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah. I've seen her at the BET Awards.
Incredible sound, energy up the wazoo. Between me and you and whoever wants to hear it, I can literally see both of you putting a banger out because she's got the accent, you got the Midwest accent. You're both talented, but you both have energy, right? And I hate when I see collaborations on people that don't have that same energy, but they think because they have names, it's going to work. And it's not how great music happens. And great music happens when the energy is there. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of producers use a Justin Bieber, because even though he was an R&B singer, he's a huge hip hop fan. He's got a lot of energy. That's why, DJ Khaled brought him in to mix. That's why Eminem is very specific on who he actually works with, because whether it's, Black Thought or he mixes with the Jay-Z, the artists realize, well, I'm not going to mix with you unless I have an energy, right? So when I see a female and a male, I could see you with a Lola Brooke, even a Glorilla, because they have these energies that I think Chingy, and I think that would be a banger.
Hey man, I'm not opposed to it. It's all good. If that can happen, we can make that happen. It's all good. Love and light. I would totally be down.
Damn, see, I'm loving that. People are like, yo, that's a great hook. Yeah, we want to hear it because that's a 2025 summer banger, which would be like a remake of Holiday Inn, but into the new generation. Like, Holiday Inn's
I got some special music here the way that I've been working on too. That's vibes like that.
All right, we putting the energy on here. I think people are getting goosebumps now. The other thing that's really transcending your music, which I don't think people realize when we were growing up, and we're still growing up, soundtracks were a huge deal.
Thing, totally.
Huge deal. I mean, one of my greatest soundtracks was Judgment Night when they mixed hip hop and rock. I love the fact that when you said your music stands the test of time, and it's not even that old anyway. To me, it's still new.
No, it's not. It's really not.
It's not. It's really new. But you were in films like Too Fast and Too Furious, Norbit. You got the Netflix Don't Look Up. You have a lot of films. Yeah, right? It's because your music is so energetic. Movies today can just put it back on. It's like, damn, I love that song. What do you think about that? When you got the call to get some of these films, Fantastic Four, like, hey, we want to feature a song in a Marvel film.
The record, I remember being with Capitol Records and the record labels when a lot of that happened. Because they be having a lot of those relationships with the Hollywood, Paramount, and the Hollywood people. And of course, I'm like, man, dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, finna be in a feature film, like a big film like that. Like, what was the Amazing Four? What was it? The Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four. Yeah. So Norbit, Eddie Murphy, like it was. I mean, man, and it was kind of overwhelming. I was just like, damn, because it made me know I came a long way, and I'm finally reaching those type of plateaus. It was just like, you know what, it's time, well deserved, and it's her, and I just appreciated it. I never take nothing for granted because just as quick as it came, it can go. And so I always appreciate, the opportunities, and so that's what it was. I was just like, wow, cool.
Oh man, that is 100% facts, and there's a reason why you're a Grammy-nominated artist, multi-platinum, entertainer as well. I gotta.
You know what though? Being that you said that when you just said the Grammy-nominated, I remember we was. I remember we was sitting in. That made me think about something. Yeah. I remember we was sitting. We was at Capitol offices, right, in California, Capitol Records office.
Yeah.
They the association called Capitol and was like, I'm nominated for a Grammy for Pulling Me Back, featuring Tyrese. I should have been nominated for a Grammy for Right There, One Call Away, Holiday. I should have been nominated for Grammys for a lot of shit. But
politics, like you said.
But whatever, you know what I mean? So they called and told me we was nominated for Pulling Me Back, but then we never heard nothing back.
Not at all.
It was such a strange thing. We was just like, okay, what happened? Like, what the hell?
Did they even invite you to the Grammys to be there for to be a nominee? Were you even invited?
You know what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's because crazy. How it played out, when they told us I was nominated, we was waiting to hear back. I don't know if we heard back. I forgot how that played out because it's been such a little minute, and I was kind of young. And I think I was traveling, I was moving around, performing and stuff. A lot of times when those big award shows happened, I was on tour. But they had called and said I was nominated for Pulling Me Back, and then we never heard nothing else, and it was weird. But also, I remember the 2004 Billboard Awards. I was present. I never forget that day. I never forget that because Beyonce came off stage and came and sung to me. So I never forget that, and I presented.
Whoa.
But they...
Rewind that. What was that?
Beyonce came and sung to me.
Oh my God!
I think Beyonce she had the hots for me though. I think she did. I remember one time she wanted to play
Hey,
my
you
little
good looking
Nintendo
brother,
game.
man. We're gonna give that to you. We'll give that to you. You good looking guy. We got you.
Hey, I just came out the womb. But she came and sung to me. But the reason I brought that up,
Yeah.
I was present that day and I presented, but I had won best R&B artist or best new artist, and I won 2 awards. But they sent them to me. I didn't get to go accept them that night.
Oh. So
which was strange.
You haven't had a chance to really go on an award show and accept an award yet.
Nah.
So that's a bucket.
I mean, I've done it. I've done it before. I've done the Soul Train Awards. I did.
Well, we're talking
Source Awards.
Yeah.
Source Awards. I did a couple award shows, but I'm talking about these award shows where I remember being a kid watching, wishing that I get there one day.
You're gonna get there. And
no, I'm saying as a kid, these shows I was watching, thinking to myself, like, I'm gonna get on that stage one day, and I finally get there. And then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's
crazy.
It plays out in your mind when you're younger on how it's gonna go, right? You have an image of how this is
Why didn't I get to accept my award like everybody else?
Yeah, and you want to know something? You're not like one of the few. I hear stories about that all the time. But always look at it this way, and it's the way a lot of us have to look at it.
But I know what happened, though.
Your time for that, right? Your time is coming. I think all your fans know that.
No, I know. It's something that happened. I know what happened. It's something that happened. It wasn't.
We're not going to talk about it.
No, we ain't got to talk about it, but I know exactly what happened. And the reason that didn't happen, I know what happened.
But it
was shady.
There's always a time and a place, and I see more nominations for you and Grammys. I definitely see that.
Yeah, man, that'd be great.
Happen. Listen, you have so much music to put out. You got so many great fans. Just to be blessed to be able to tour annually, yearly, create a career out of it. That's a blessing within itself. And I got to go on a side note. You have fragrances now to make us men good and women too. Is that right?
Yeah. I got a catch for men, caught for ladies. So here's my thing.
Okay.
When you're a single man and you go out, what you're trying to do, you're trying to catch. When you're a single lady, you go out, what you're trying to do, you're trying to be caught. By Chingy, and it just sounds really good, right? And so it's doing great. It's on my site, Chingy369.com. Y'all go check it out. People ordering it every day. I've sold 20, 30,000. This is just independently myself. And it's a great product. I grew up with my father, uncles, and older relatives, cologne, keeping me in cologne. I love cologne. I love fragrance. I love the smell. And so one day when I was a youth, I wanted to have my own. And then I put that together during COVID. I was like, you know what? I got to put this together now so I can get off the ground and get it going. And I put it together and I brought it to fruition. Manifestation, man. I go by how I look at existence. It's like this: thought, projection, action, materialization of the ideal. Those are my 5 things I go by. Speaking of, I just finished the ebook and / audio book called Conscious Creation to Manifestation, which you'll be getting soon.
I think I saw a video you put up on your website regarding like a little PSA. Now we gotta really go into the closeout in this, and this is where I wanted to lead up to. And thank you for the segue, because you got me flowing right into that.
Yes, sir.
There are reasons why hip hop artists or artists in general lead a successful life into music, and then their music goes into TV, it goes into film, it goes into fragrances, ebooks. It's not a fluke that you're being as successful as you are. From what I'm hearing, you've trained, you took courses, you've learned how to do this. Is this correct? Am I wrong about this?
You're very correct. And so with that being said, I mean, when I first got my record deal, Capitol Records got me media training. I wasn't familiar on how I should speak to interviewers or anything. I just expressed myself, what was on my mind, but it's a certain way. It's a science to everything.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know I have a degree in astrology, a degree in astronomy, cosmology. I study psychology, the metaphysics of religion, the metaphysics of thought, numerology. What I've learned to do at a young age is discipline myself mentally. I'm real big on discipline and getting something done. I used to kickbox with UFC champion Jermaine Andre, and I've always been big on discipline, mental discipline. I've always been big on meditation. For me, meditation brings me mental clarity.
Yeah.
It calms my mind. You know what I mean? It allows me to walk out the door and go approach life with inner stillness.
Yeah.
In a Zen manner. I'm not a loud, aggressive, or just a loud guy. Existence has taught me to be calm at doing anything. And so that's how I approach it. And so I've learned to discipline myself in such a way. I'm a healthy guy. I like to eat. I have a certain diet. I eat proper. I'm all about minimalism. Minimalism, though.
Yeah.
Like I've came to a point where being a minimalist is better for me.
Yep.
If you come in my home, it's not overcrowded with furniture, clothes, and all of that. I've got over that hump. My thoughts are not overcrowded and decluttered with excessive thinking. I stay in a state of learning to slow down thinking. My friends, I've learned to not have this big old pool of friends because a lot of them don't got your best interest. I try to surround myself with the ones who got my best interest, that don't need me. You know what I mean? I don't need them, but if it comes to it, we need each other in some type of way. I can call them, they can call me, but I don't need them, they don't need me. But we have a certain friendship and family ship. And yeah, man, it has brought me a long way. I don't do no drugs. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I do nothing. I read. I research. I learn. I exercise. I do yoga. And these are just things that interest me.
Yeah.
Like this is what keeps me going. You know what I mean? And a lot of times when I'm not on the road and a lot of things, I'm just being. Existence is not about work. It's just not. Sometimes you just got to be and just enjoy that you breathing and that you're here, and just look. You know, sometimes I go outside, I ride, and if I'm flying, I just look at creation and say, "Wow, this is beautiful," and I'm a part of it.
I think you should be a public speaker if you ever decide to go that route as well.
Well, I talk to juveniles.
Hey,
I go talk to the juveniles.
Your platform, the way you talk, you should definitely add that repertoire as a public speaker, because I think that's another avenue you can go. Very intelligent person. You speak really well. I love how you didn't lose your accent, because some people do that when they go into public speaking, but it makes you unique. Now, before we go, I know you're touring right now. Talk about some of the places people can look up your tour dates. Where can they follow you on?
Actually,
on Instagram, first of all. Where can they follow you?
You follow me on Instagram, it's at Chingy, TikTok at Chingy, Facebook Howard Chingy Bailey. You can hit me up on my Cameo. It's a app where you do drops. If you want drops for anything, your business, your birthday, just some shout outs, hit up my Cameo. Just go Chingy. YouTube, Chingy369. That's where all my motivational music Mondays, Wisdom Wednesday, Find Out Friday videos are at. My music videos, all my new music, previous music. That's where you hit me up and you find out all of that. My website, Chingy369.com, that's where you can get the fragrances, Catch and Caught. That's where you can get the Thurr merch, Chingy merch, my 9 Ether.
That's
my 9 Ether clothing line, which represents, okay, let me tell y'all. Now, 9 Ether is the highest form of energy.
Yeah.
The ether, you know what we call the space, the ether, the unseen essence of creation, consciousness. But what's funny is I was born March 9th. If you take a look, 1, 2, 3, and a 9.
That's dope.
So 9 Ether, and if you reduce this, which is if you add up 9 and 3, which you get 12, reduce that is 3. My life path number is 3. Everything always happened to me in threes, and this is proven. I've seen it. But you got the 9 Ether clothing line on my website, Chingy369.com. Conscious Creation and Manifestation, the ebook and audiobook will be coming soon. And that's where you get the information on your boy. I'll be performing in San Diego actually tomorrow. I got to look at the schedule. I got some dates coming up, but
Gotta see you in New York, man.
I've been in New York performing too, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get back there. Actually, I got a military tour coming up beginning of the year, but me, Nelly, that's about to happen. A tour. It's about.
Okay.
I can't speak too much, but a tour is about to happen.
Oh,
On that AMAs you saw.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got to get an on location crew to do a behind the scenes on one of your concerts.
I know, right?
We
will. I got a lot of behind the scenes footage too of us doing that myself.
I'm just saying. I may know a crew. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. Well, I would like for you to let Rachel get some details.
We will definitely talk about that. So guys, follow him on Instagram. Definitely go to his website because, as you guys know, websites are where you get all the information.
Yeah.
And
can I say something?
Apps. Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna say something real quick because when you touching on what you was about to say. A lot of people, when artists transition from the big record companies, the major record labels, and once the artists don't have those big major platforms where you get the radio all the time, you get all the TV all the time, all of the stuff that goes on. Well, when you become an independent artist such as myself, you guys gotta really support the independent artists and what the artist is doing. Don't support the independent artist because you feel like they got with the big major label, and that's why you need to support them. Because everything that I'm doing, I put so much into.
Yep.
If you go on my site, you see all this stuff. I put so much into all of this, and I'm not the wealthiest man in the world. Everything is not just making me the wealthiest man in the world, but I put a lot into it. And I work very hard, and I put all my ambition and all my everything into this stuff, like my music, my clothing line, my merch, the book I'm working on, just my being, period. And so you got to start just supporting the independent artist and what the artist is doing. So go to the site, Chingy369.com, and check it out. Hit me up on my YouTube, Chingy369. Follow me on my socials. And just, if you like what you hear, you like what you see, just keep up with your boy. You dig? Because I'm an authentic individual. This is my life. What you see is what you get. This don't change. You meet me in person, it don't change. Nothing changes with me. This is who I am. I treat others as I want to be treated, And so it's love and light, peace and love.
I love it, man. Bro, I could speak to you all day. We'll get a back, and especially when I get that studio.
You gotta get that studio, so we gonna get in there and do it like that.
Oh, we believe me, it's a lot of, like you said, there's a lot of politics involved, but people are seeing the growth, they're seeing your growth.
I'll be a guest host with you.
Hey, listen, I open to a lot of great stuff, man, and we have a good camaraderie, obviously, and a lot of the fans want that. We're definitely going to be seeing a lot more of each other, man. We definitely appreciate you stopping by FaceTime with us.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me. I appreciate you wanting me on the platform, and let's continue it.
You got it, guys. Stay tuned because we're going to come right back. This man's about to perform his new videos. Stick around, guys.
Let's do it.
How can it be cancer? How can I have breast cancer at 31 years old?
I was mad. I was mad that this was going to interrupt my life plans.
The medical bills started coming very quickly. Obviously, they're like kind of unbelievable.
Hello there, darlings. It's Vivica A. Fox. The United Breast Cancer Foundation needs your generous support. Their tireless work to aid breast cancer patients, survivors, and their families lifts the lives of thousands each year. Your gift of just $19 a month will provide grants, gifts, and services that can make life-changing differences.
Breast cancer tries to take over your life and control your life, but you cannot let that happen. It's a horrible disease, but it can be conquered.
Please, donate now. Thank you.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Chingy. You know I'm representing St. Louis. And right now you're about to check out my new video, What We On, featuring my little cousin Jay Music. And you know you're on FaceTime with Todd. Wharton is going down, baby. Let's do it.
Iced out, 2 chains gold, but no titty, boy. North side of that motherfucking arch, we from the city, boy. Dogs with me, can't wait to bite. I just say get him, boy. No shooting range, but my aim sweet. Bet I hit him, boy. Latrell, that's my Lorello. We ballin' out like Carmelo. Lil' nigga, this STLO, UIS. Good fellows, I blow this foe like a cello. Once I wave it, wow, hello. This WMPBRCBAD shot the mellow. I took the set worldwide. Fall in this bitch, I got that Ferrari drive. We on 10 in this bitch, we in that water, come dive. Shorts with the fin in this bitch. Hope you niggas survive. Most of us can in this bitch, yeah. STL to Harlem, RIP the Big Trail. Been doing this before the stardom, nigga, behave yourself. If it's war, we know the order. I'm a hot boy, living a hard knock life, like both Carters. Hold on, who fucking with this walnut shit? I don't know a nigga. What nigga think he lit like this? You don't know a nigga. I'm from the show me stay so dirty, I show a nigga. Remind me of one of my little dips, you a hoe, yeah. Pull up, hop out, Drake, that number, fly shit, yeah, that's what we on. Nigga don't think about come taking my shit, you know what we on. New Jack City, up it, rock up, my shit, yeah, that's what we on. If you smart, then don't try to try shit, you know what we on. Fresh to death, no hoes left when we in the public. 9 ether, catch on, and them hoes love it. Doing 100 down 364, nigga, fuck it. In a Maybach SUV, this ain't a bucket. Look at my bitch, look at your bitch, no they not the same. Look at my wrist, look at your wrist, your chips must be plain. Talk my shit, $1 million worth of game. Walk that shit just like the Migos, man. Getting paper like a motherfucking tree cutter. Grew up around some real niggas and most of them gutter. The bitch can be my bride to be, but I would never love her. $1 billion in 3 years, nigga, I'm on some others. Who fucking with this walnut shit? I don't know a nigga. What nigga think he lit like this? You don't know a nigga. I'm from the show me stay so dirty, I show a nigga. Remind me of one of my little dips, you a hoe, yeah. Pull up, hop out, Drake, that number, fly shit, yeah, that's what we on. Nigga don't think about come taking my shit, you know what we on. New Jack City, up it, rock up, my shit, yeah, that's what we on. If you smart, then don't try to try shit, you know what we on. Yeah, that's what we on. You know what we on. Yeah, that's what we on. You know what we on.
So I just want to take a moment to thank my guests, and of course, musical guest, my man Chingy. Chingy, first of all, to you and your family, happy holidays, man. Have a safe one, have a good one, have a healthy one. Thank you for stopping by the show during the holidays, especially Thanksgiving, and chopping it up with me, man, because one day we're going to meet and we're going to have Thanksgiving together. We're going to bring our families together. That's how we're going to do it. But listen, man, congratulations on your career up to this point. You're an inspiring human being, intelligent, writer, producer, actor. I'm sure you got a little singing in you, family man, and you're somebody who can really mentor to a lot of people because your road to success, whether it was bumpy or not, it's an independent road that you made yourself. And that's an inspiring story within itself, man. And again, thank you for coming on the show. Guys, follow Chingy on all social media platforms. He's worth to follow. And of course, to all my friends, family, and fans from around the world, it is the holidays. It is Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving weekend. So happy holidays, man. Have a safe, a happy, and a healthy one. But always remember, if you're not living a passionate life, then whose life you live. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon. And again, happy holidays.